Everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. You're in the kitchen with KK, where every week we try to create something different that you're not going to get in a restaurant and add in some useful uh, cooking and healthy tips along the way. So, when you're cooking at home, you can be more mindful. It's a mindful type of experience, not a habitual, just get something. You don't know where it came from. You don't know who made it. You don't know what's in it, and it's four times as expensive and not as good for you. So here we talk about food as medicine. I am the author of Simple Cooking for Vitality, which is a look into exploring bioenergetics. And bioenergetics is the energy in living systems, the energy in food. So the science of food and how it affects those major organs and meridians of the body. It is intentional. It gets you thinking in a mindful way about what am I eating every day? Because every day you get a chance to enhance the health and vitality of your body because food matters. So tomorrow, June 5th, is actually Veggie Burger Day, I saw. So I thought, let's explore. I've done other veggie burgers. I make a beautiful lentil burger, walnut lentil burger. I make a black bean burger. Most people know black beans for burgers, and you're not going to find certain things in a restaurant. And in certain restaurants, let me just tell you, get your glasses on when you're in a store because the conventional plant burgers are ultra processed food. You must know 80% of the food in a grocery store is ultra processed. What does that mean? There are things in there the body does not recognize, and most of them are shelf stabilizers, right? Additives, preservatives, things like that. They irritate the cell walls, they irritate the gut lining, and they are mitochondrial type of damagers. All right, so cell mitochondria, that is where our cancer risk starts. So we need to be more intentional with our choices and not just give away our power. It is so easy to make a veggie burger. And we're going to explore just what I did today to go, hey, what can I use to put it together? All you have to do is Google today. AI is going to tell you all the crap that's in them, binders, thickeners, gum. Xanthan gum is still used in so many things. It is not gut friendly at all. Food starches, yeast, which are hidden ways to get MSG in your body. Okay, flavor enhancers. We're going to put plenty of flavor in here, and it's going to come from organic spices and vegetables. Okay, so let's go to color. Look, I've already gathered up a lot of color. So many people, we went from counting calories to counting macros. Oh my God, people, you got to stop it because what you really want is you want your micronutrients. The body needs more micronutrients, those massive amount of phytoplant compounds. They are complex compounds that the body knows, and they perform duties like antioxidants. So they're cell protectors. We need more vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants today than ever, bar none. You're going to get plenty, and most people are getting way too much protein that they can't even digest. So let's just stop all that. The oven is on 370. It's already heated. So I have several clients that are actually trying to gain a friendly weight. And if you are fasting properly, your body is turning into a fat burning machine. And when you eat, you want some good complex carbohydrates that are also alkaline and gluten free. Buckwheat is amazing for that. Not only that, if you saw my buckwheat pancakes, you know I talked all about them, super high in antioxidants. So I was loving some today. And you'll want about a half a cup dry, but cook more. Do like 2 cups of water, 1 cup of buckwheat, cook it down, keep the rest of the buckwheat, and then use a little over a cup, cup and a half in this. So this is cooked buckwheat, and you can freeze it. Okay. I had some beets, which I'm going to juice. So I'm going to put them in there. And the reason why is because we're going to use beans today that are light colored. And when you're making a plant burger, sometimes visual appeal is really important, right? And everything. So putting in a little beet is going to be helpful. Plus, you're going to get the betaline. Those are those strong plant compounds in there, the natural nitric oxide. I mean, it's just ridiculous what beets do to help out different parts of the body. I had a lot of cauliflower, which I love. I'm going to prep it and roast it, but I'm going to put that in there. You know how easy it is to break down cauliflower in just minutes. This is just 1 carrot peeled and cut. We're going to let the blade of the food processor, this thing is brilliant. You need to have a food processor. I love this KitchenAid one. I don't think they even make the style anymore. It's a shorter, but it's a wider bin, and the blade is really hefty. I like it. It's only a 7-cup one, but it's fantastic. It's simple. I use it for so much. And I have a jalapeno. No, this is a serrano pepper. I want a little heat in this, and we're going to get the spices mixed up too. I'm going to use part of this zucchini, and the rest I'm just going to steam because I like having steamed zucchini around. I've already broken up some oats. You've seen me do it a ton of times. Right in the blender. It takes literally 10 seconds. Okay, so now you've got certified gluten-free, glyphosate-free, rolled sprouted oats. I only buy one brand. It's 1 degree. Farmers we know and trust. Okay, so we'll get this will give it a little bit of texture as well. It's broken down, so it's not just big pieces of oats. And the other, of course, we're going to get some onion in there. I just got a half of an onion. We'll use the garlic powder, and we'll go from there. So let's just start by first breaking down some veggies in here. And then we're just going to pile them into the bowl. Each time I turn this on, we'll just let it go. So you have a choice. You can shred them and put them in, or you can just use the S blade and chop the crap out of them, right? And that way you'll have some chunks, a little bit more chunks. If you have a few big pieces, you can just eat them. Yeah, like this piece right here, I'll eat it, which is great. Okay, so let's get all of those in there. Just have your little spatula by yourself. Yeah, so hopefully I'm just inspiring you to do some things different. This is so relaxing in the kitchen, just creating. It's really creating. I've always been a creative person, and I just love it. I don't know. It's the first place that I want to go to create, but how intentional is that to create health in your own body and know that you really do make a difference in what you do. All right, these are beets. Let's get these guys in there. So if you want to hide the veggies more in your burgers, all you have to do is put it on the fine shredding blade, and that'll be perfect. But no, I mean, but this S blade works really well. I mean, these are perfect, and it's going to give the burger a little bit of color, which is also perfect. Okay. So we have bright orange, that beta carotene that gets converted into antioxidant, vitamin A for your skin, for your eyes, right? In the liver, it does this. And we've got the red beets, so we're already jacking up the color. Let's get in the cauliflower. So it's just really simple. And this is so simple. If you're having kids help you, they can do this. Whoops. So it's really handy to have these little bowls as well. It'll help you to stay organized, help your kids to stay organized. Organization is really key in any type of venture, and it just helps everything go more smoothly and helps to remain calm. Put on some nice calming music. And here we go. So now the cauliflower is a nice pink. Who doesn't like pink? Okay, so we're getting lots of really great veggies in there. The onion, we're going to put that in as well. Here, and I'm going to use just part of this zucchini. We don't need a lot. Maybe like a half a cup of each. Oops, get the blade in there. So yeah, I'm just tilting this a little bit. It helps with breaking it down if there's any big pieces. So this will be nice. It'll be chunky. You'll be able to see it. Like I said, if you want it to be finer, all you have to do is put that fine shredding blade. This one comes with, the blades are super easy to put on. I've seen other food processors where the blades are a nightmare. You don't need that. So let's get the onion. So we're letting the blade of the food processor do most of your work. So you don't have to be a genius with a knife. It doesn't matter. You're creating health with quality ingredients. You don't need a chef at a restaurant to do that for you. They're not trained to do that. They are trained to sell food. And, so that is not the general purpose. Sell food and make a profit. At home, you get to be very mindful in your selection. If the stuff goes up on the sides, just scrape it down. Now I am going to add, I'm going to add the buckwheat to the onion. Woo. Buckwheat was so good this morning. So you can make it like a porridge, which is awesome. Just add a little bit more water, or you can use a coconut milk in there when you're cooking it as well. Okay. Now the binder that we're going to use, not an egg, because I'm keeping this vegan. If you're an egg person at home, you can put in an egg. I keep them out for my clients that have certain mystery and autoimmune stuff that sometimes eggs can encourage. So we don't need to go into that more, but that's kind of be what happens. Eggs do have a lot of nutrients, but if you are fighting certain things, you might want to stay away from them. So I'm going to put in the oats, and we're going to be using flax, like I said. Now the beans difference. Eden just had a sale at Whole Foods, so they were completely wiped out of most of the beans. But I wanted to show you, like butter beans are a lima bean. I make a flax butter bean spread. It's in my cookbook, and it is perfect. Oh my God, so delicious on crackers. And so what you're doing is you're getting a lot of fiber. But butter beans are super high in magnesium and potassium over the other beans. Still a really great source of iron, 10%, but the thiamine B1 is over double the amount of black beans. So take some time to look at the back here and see the different combinations of fiber and protein and carbs, right? It's a really great profile. And so I am going to be putting in the butter beans. And so Great Northern. Now, what you could do if you're making a bigger batch is, I wanted to get navy beans, but they were out. And navy beans are really super high in fiber. But navy beans and butter beans, you can mix the beans in your, that's my point. And you don't just have to use black beans because everyone uses black beans, right? You can get creative and use another bean. So I'm going to rinse this. I'm going to rinse the beans, and we will be right back. So thanks for tuning in. So the beans are in here. I've added in a scoop of the butter beans with some of the oats. I'm going to get the flax seeds in here. So flax are very high in fiber. So I'm going to put in 2 scoops. And that'll be roughly around a 1/4 cup at least. You can use your judgment. You can't mess these up, right? The flavor, you're just going to, and we're going to bake these too. So they're so ultra easy. I don't know why I didn't think of it years ago when I wrote my cookbook to just bake them, right? So now that's the way I do it. So let's give this a spin. So this is like our paste, right? It's going to keep all those veggies together. And this is looking really nice. So honestly, this is the first time that I've made these burgers like this. So I'm just creating with you often on my channel here, which is really great and fun. I just want to give you confidence to get in the kitchen, have fun, and use just your guidance, intuition, your relaxed focus, because don't excellence is a habit, not a trait. So the more you do it, the better you get. So easy. And your health is going to shine from it. It was, I think it's National Skincare or something month. But anyway, if you want beautiful skin, people always comment on my glowing skin. It got better once I started changing my food. And anyone that is, in this field and they weren't eating as good as they could have been, they will tell you the same thing. This is a serrano pepper. I'm trying to cut around the seeds. There's many ways to skin a cat, but sometimes I just like to cut around and then take the seed portion out. I still got seeds. So I'm going to chop this up, and then we're going to get all the spices in there. You see just how gosh darn easy this is. I tried to get my plant out of the way because in one of the videos I saw it was like hanging there. I love having my sunflowers in the kitchen. I mean, seriously, what better beautiful flowers to have in your kitchen? Bright, sunny sunflowers. Okay. So just give them a chop. Does not have to be perfect. But a sharp knife always helps you. And a board scraper. And now I'm using the board scraper to get these seeds out of the way. Nice and easy. Okay, let's see what we've got here first of all. Texture-wise, it's looking really good because we don't want it too wet. We want to be able to form it. And these beets are going to turn it into, give it redness, like, a little bit of a burger look, right? Yeah, so these can freeze. And that's just perfect because you go to work in the morning, you put the burgers in the refrigerator, and then you have them ready for when you come home to have a plant burger, or you meal prep them and you have them ready to bring to work with you. This is a perfect thing to have for lunch. So I'm just using the back of my spoon right now. Now, as the flax seeds sit in here a little bit longer, they're going to pull out more of the moisture. So that's looking really awesome. And now let's get some spices. Let's talk about the spices. So common will be a paprika or a smoked paprika. If you want a little more fun, put in the smoked paprika. So let's get a nice 1/2 teaspoon of that in there. And then you definitely want your standard onion powder and garlic powder. Okay, powder, not salt. And this Simply Organic brand is tested very high for clean, nothing else in there. So get at least a 1/2 teaspoon of each. When these are on sale, get them at the beginning of every year. If you've got spices you haven't used in like 6 months or more, you got to toss them and just refresh. It makes you feel great. It's part of your new year and spring cleaning. Garlic, onion. Okay, we got those. Now, chili powder or chipotle. this is where you can get creative and just switch it up and see what your family likes. You know, at least a half a teaspoon of the cumin. That's pretty standard. If you like a harissa or something else, the 5 spices, that's a really cool warming mix spice, and chili powder. Or you could use a chili lime, generous amount. Now we've got plenty of spices in there. I'm going to add a little more garlic powder because I didn't put in fresh garlics and I like my garlic. So just going to push this in. You see, that's why I don't like to write recipes, because I like to just kind of create, and that's how free I want you to feel in the kitchen. This is going to taste so good. And then your toppings are going to be really fantastic, like chopped red onions and microgreens, and to make a homemade mustard, honey mustard sauce, or just, organic types of Dijon mustard. Try to get away from the standard condiments that are filled with junk. So this is looking really good. I might just add in a little bit more flax. You just want to use the back of your spoon, and that gets all the herbs that you just put in, the spices, blend it around here. This is perfect. So we're going to get a little bit more flax in here and mix that in. And I will be back. Things will be all tidied up. We're going to get them on the sheet that's already lined with parchment paper. So I hope you're having fun, guys, tuning in to celebrate National Veggie Burger Day. Okay, we're good. Look how gorgeous this is. How easy was that, right? And you've got so many plant burgers here. You don't need to overspend on junk at the store. And I saw that I had some oregano, fresh oregano, perfect for this burger. Give it a little pop of green herbs. Fresh oregano is so great. I just love to add it to salads as well. So get used to using your fresh herbs. I can't wait to have an outdoor area where I can have all of my herbs and grow again. It was just so nice. Growing up in Vermont, you take it for granted. We just grew up with a big garden. Most people had gardens, and how special is that? That's why I still love our local growers here. And if you have organic growers, now that summer's coming in all parts of the country here, you can visit them. This smells so incredible. There's no chance that there's not enough flavor in these burgers. Have flavor, nutrients. Wow, good carbs, good nature's carbs, slow burning carbs, so they help you burn muscle and put on good weight and fill you up. That's key. Keep you satiated. So we're using a 1/2 cup measure. See how easy this is. One burger down. It's gorgeous, perfectly shaped. And you've got a 1/2 cup, which is a full 4 ounces. Now, generally a 1/2 cup of beans is a portion. There's a bunch of veggies in here. So you could have 2 of these plant burgers and you're sitting pretty and filled up. You might have to tap it a little to get it, and you just press it down. Look how easy this is. And then we're just going to bake them. And they don't need to be baked to the moon. They just need to be crispy, on both sides. And then you can even use the parchment paper to store them in your containers. So we're going to get 6. This is going to easily make probably 7 or 8. But we're going to put 6 on this pan and get it in. But you can see really how easy this is and how fun it is to actually have your kids help you in different parts. And when your children help you make things, they're more apt to eat them, right? Okay, let's move on. Variety. Okay, so I set the timer for 30 minutes. I'm going to check it after 20. I'm going to give this a clean up. I'm going to get some toppings ready, and I can't wait to have my burger. Wish you were here. Hey guys, the lovely burgers are out. So you just want to make sure they're nice and crisp on the outside. They're going to be soft on the inside, which is perfect. If you meal prep these and they're a perfect meal prep item, you're going to heat them up anyway. So let's set these to the side. I made 7 of these. I could have made 8 if I pared it down. But let's get this set up. I've made you some different dips. I already had this in the refrigerator. This is my creamy avocado basil dressing. I make this for clients, and I just keep, extras in little jars. This is perfect for a burger like this, but you don't want to hide all the natural flavor that you've put into this burger with a lot of different toppings, especially not conventional toppings that have a lot of junk in them. I do highly recommend a really good sauerkraut. We're so fortunate here that we have a Sharon Jurassic who makes Fermentlicious. She sells it at our farmer's market. This is the highest vibrating, most delicious fermented food. So this has got turmeric, and so this is a turmeric one, which I love, and ginger, cumin, and fantastic. So now you're getting some beautiful probiotics. So let's get this off the parchment paper, and I'm going to sit it on a bed of greens. Perfect and amazing. So this is just delicious. So what I am going to put on here is I mixed up a little bit of organic spicy mustard. I'm going to drizzle some of that on with some mangrove special special honey. I love red onions. So let's get those designed here. Perfect. And sprinkle of chopped up green onion. And a nice plop of the fermented food. This is going to taste incredible. So I hope you feel confident in making a veggie bean burger, because you can switch this up. You don't have to put in the jalapeno. You can change some of the spices. You can use broccoli in here all ground up. This is a great way to celebrate and feel really powerful that you are not stuck at getting the ultra processed plant-based burgers that they sell in the store. So thanks for tuning in today with me here, Kimberly Knox and KK's Big Kitchen, having fun once a week, putting out some fun videos just to inspire you to get in the kitchen and know how much power you have over your health.